All right, and we are off.
Oh, well, Uncle's out of Weetabix. Can't have that. Headed off to the store. Look at that vanilla lamp right off the bat.
So yeah, that's interesting to see off the bat here. Oh, I saw that check real fast. I saw a red crystal up in Tower of Hera, but
It looks like red crystal in Desert and a green pendant in Eastern as well.
yeah, so we've got a vanilla lamp, we've got a vanilla Eastern.
In before is this even rando? Oh, and look at that vanilla sword as well. What even is this seed already? Less than a minute in.
If there's a shield in this chest over here, I'll be really happy. There's not. Just a piece of heart. But yeah, we're in for a sword escape, which is pretty normal. I think all the runners are fairly comfortable with their sword strats here.
I would hope
and
so.
It is nice. They don't have to worry about bombs either, because, well, everyone but Seto has found a bomb sword.
Well, that was a nice little 8-bomb drop there off of that guard, too.
But yeah, the lamp is useful just so that we won't see any dark rooms at all. But the dark room in Escape would have been pre-populated with a light source had they not. There's our guaranteed small key, because there has to be one in the first part of Escape. And everyone's just making their way through. This is the beginning part of standard mode. Hopefully, the runners will get about 6 minutes. That's average time for standard. We're looking for around that time.
Just 10 arrows there in that second chest. That's not what runners want to see.
Yeah, but there's plenty more chests. Plenty more checks. We're in for a good time. Ooh, Edium is getting ganged up on here.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough start. Oh, a couple people with the big key. Let's see what Zelda has. The ice rod. Or is that the fire rod? Couldn't quite tell.
No, I believe that was the ice rod. Oh, we have it marked as a fire rod, actually, so I am...
Oh, yep, fire rod confirmed. Looks like we're probably heading to Skull Woods at some point then.
Yeah, well, we already know where all of our red crystals are, and once we get up to Tower of Hera, we have a couple of fire sources to finish that. But the fire rod is a nice weapon to find this early, because it does kill most things in one hit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it. I'm not super good at aiming it, so I ended up wasting a lot of magic when I'm using it, so...
Everyone is making really good time here. A couple of the timers are a little bit behind. We'll probably get that synced soon. But otherwise, things are going about as smoothly as they can. So, Chibi Marcus, if you haven't watched since version 29, we have a lot of changes for you, but just recently, not that many changes.
Yeah, in standard mode, the uncle is guaranteed to have some kind of weapon. It is not necessarily the vanilla sword like it was today, but it could be the cane of Samari, it could be the cane of Burna, it could be 10 bombs, anything that you can use to kill people and complete the escape sequence.
Illis making quick work of that key rat, and we found the map in the Dark Cross, so we're gonna go into the back of Escape and know there are 3 items in.
In chat, Potrix777 asks if they have to get all the items shown or just get to the final boss and beat it. The goal of this seed is to defeat Ganon. It's to collect all 7 crystals and beat Ganon just like you would in the regular, in the vanilla game.
The back of Escape just had a shield and some bombs and some arrows. Nothing really of note there, but they are leaving Escape with a sword and shield, so I'm still happy.
Yep, everybody is on a good start here. We got Illis with a very short, small lead, insignificant at this point. And there's a bottle at Sanctuary, so they'll be able to knock out Sick Kid right off the bat.
Yeah, it's always really great to see that bottle early. I'm curious if anyone is going to kind of skip Kakariko for now and go on through the south. It does not appear to be the case, though.
No, especially coming out at Sanctuary, it seems like you're right there at Kakariko. You might as well knock out all of the 2 Lost Woods checks and get through like the however many 16, 17 items that there are in Kakariko.
Yeah, and on top of that, they have plenty of bombs. That's handy. They don't have to... Oh, they do get the gloves there.
Ooh, okay.
And Link being the Good Samaritan, I'm pretty sure they'll return that to Lost and Found when they're done with them.
Absolutely. Looks like Technolink is giving us a lumberjack check with Ether in the Thieves' hideout. Missed what that was on Lumberjack.
Lumberjack was just 20 rupees, so we're going to be skipping out on Aga, probably. Well, unless it's required.
Alright, Illis is going to be heading into Kakariko Village here.
Yep, we'll go through Blind's Hut. There are 5 items in there, so it's always a great place to start.
Link starting his life of crime, going into a blind person house and stealing all of the stuff from their basement.
Not
much in the 4 chests there, no. Tywin 7 calling for a hammer at Pyramid Fairy Seed. That is just mean. That happened to me a couple days ago. It was extremely rude.
Alright, next we'll check out the well.
I would expect nothing less from chat than to want the runners to struggle.
300 rupees is good there. That's the first chest. Oh, and
And there we have an early mirror. Very nice.
Other than that, though, not that much. The mirror, though, is something that you either want to see super early or not at all.
We got buy 20 rupees for 100 rupees deal there from the bottle vendor. What a jerk.
Yeah, the merchant is selling unsound financial advice.
Yeah, I would expect them with fire sources, with the power glove right here. I would expect somebody to head up to Death Mountain pretty early on, although if it's me, I'm probably going South Shore first with a fire shield on the Sick Kid there.
Yeah, Death Mountain is in logic, except they can't get to the east side yet, so I would probably, personally, wait until I had either the hammer or the hook shot to go and get more items.
That is my call as well. We'll see. Illis is going to show us what is in the library today. Blue mail. That'll be interesting to see. I would imagine it depends on where they're going to find the boots and whether it's convenient for them to pick it up. Titans mitts on the race game. Wow, there's our Dark World access. Except we just need the Moon Pearl for that.
Yeah, and Aga's not technically dead yet. Very much on life support, though. Everyone always doing that little double take there in the race game where they see it, they get ready to save and quit, and they go, oh, wait, no, I need that. Run back.
Do you tend to check it or just kind of go and run it blind? I kind of go back and forth on it. Like, if I've got an extra bomb, I'll often just to do it. Kuera, just 20 rupees on Lumberjack. As Illis is indeed heading down to the South Shore to make those checks there at the dam, Mini Moldorm Cave. Maybe we'll see Ice Rod Cave as well. And there's the hammer and R.I.P. Aghanim.
No, still not yet. We still need that.
No, that's true. Still do need the Moon Pearl, but I gotta say, it's really, really looking rough there for our Dark Wizard.
Yeah, extremely unlikely, especially because that hammer now unlocks East Death Mountain. And they don't have Moon Pearl, but they can also sequence break into Super Bunny Cave as well if they really want to check.
Now, Edium is headed up Death Mountain now without the hammer there, so gambling on perhaps being able to get access to East Death Mountain from up there. Just a heart container from the old man. Looks like Technolink is following Edium up to Death Mountain. As we take a look at what is in Mini Moldorm Cave today, Big 20, Heart Container, 100 rupees, Big 20, and some bombs. Total bust there from Mini Moldorm Cave. Ooh, the hook shot up on Spectacle Rock. Edium's gamble pays off.
Yeah, that is a very lucky break.
Just a big 20 under Spectacle Rock, but we'll get our first hint of the seed here. Some cash is in the dark. Thank you, game, for that important information.
Edium is... he pulls it off. That's a great bomb jump. That's one of the harder ones to pull off in the game, and it doesn't save you a ton of time, but it sure looks...
Yep, no. Nice swag bob jump there.
Ice Rod Cave has another piece of heart. Oh, we got a Dark World check. I see the pendants in Mire and Pod, and the rest are all...
That is what I saw as well. Pendant Pod always makes me real sad. You know, because you got a bunch of items in there. The chances that you're going to have to go in there and dip it anyway are pretty high. So that's always frustrating to see. Illis and Seto are following our other racers up Death Mountain. Just a compass there in the basement of Hera. The first basement of Hera. So we'll see if we have to go down and get into the fire-locked basement. Just a joke hint there.
It looks like Technolink is taking his hookshot, and he's going to the East Death Mountain play.
All right, so we're getting some divergence already. Hera so far not fire-locked, found the big key on the first floor.
And a joke hint.
As we get our Paradox Cave checks here from Technolink. the flippers there in Paradox Cave. Hello.
One of the items in
Techno
Tower
Link.
Hera was the blue goo, as Edium tries to
Techno-
bomb jump.
Oh, very nicely done. 10 arrows, heart container, another 10 arrows. Piece of heart. And a bloopy, but the flippers, the big prize there from Paradox Cave. As Edium's headed up to do Fire Sword Moldorm, never fun. And Technolink decides to just bop out, maybe going to restart at the Mountain Cave to head up to Hera. No, back down to Link's house.
Yeah, he's gonna probably go to the south because he didn't have the hammer to get back over to Tower of Hera.
No, he's
But
doing
he
his
did-
flipper checks, looks like. He's going to head down to Lake Hylia, check Floating Island, or check the island there, and do Hobo, and not quite enough money for Zora there. Might be looking for some rupee drops on the way.
Edium at 16 minutes and about 10 seconds gets his first crystal. Very good Fighter Sword Moldorm.
Always good to see there.
And he is going to the basement. There's one item down there, and he's going to take the time.
Just 10 arrows from the Hobo there for Technolink. We'll see if Adium sets up a coffee break here. Yep, setting up that coffee break there for Adium, as Technolink is headed up to the Zora area for those 1, 2, 3, 4 checks up there. Some cash is underwater, so we might see that from Zora. Or that could have been the dam there. I think that was water, though. Yeah, we'll have to see if Technolink isn't going to be able to check Zora. That's correct. They don't have enough money. Fairy gives them some blue goo. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a nice free prize from the fair. Just the red rupee in the basement of Hera.
Well, there's the Moon Pearl on Zora Ledge. Woohoo! That pan off for Technolink big time.
Yeah, and now we can finally say it. Aga is dead.
Rip Aga. We hardly knew ye. As Illus picks up his Moldorm crystal with, I'm sure, Seto right behind. Yeah, this seed is wide open now, especially for Technolink. The Dark World is open with the Titansmith and the Moon Pearl. I would imagine Technolink's going to go do his South Shore checks, get his hammer. Oh no, headed back up Death Mountain, seems. Nope. Scratch that.
Yeah, one of the problems with the seat being this wide open is, where do you go? I don't know.
I think that Techno, saving and quitting to Sanctuary, I imagine is heading over to Thievestown Skull Woods. We already have the Fire Rod. We know that Skull Woods is a crystal dungeon, can probably give a shot at full clearing that right now. Looks like Adium is going to give us our Super Bunny checks. Literally, without the Moon Pearl. Very nice.
That's a nice piece of tech. We do know that it is technically unlogic because the flippers lead to the Moon Pearl, but still.
Gets a red rupee and the magic kit for his trouble. As Technolink heads into the chest game. A heart and a red rupee. That was terrible. It seems like to me, in my anecdotal experience, it looks like Technolink heading into Thieves Town. Adium is doing a check on the Turtle Rock medallion. It is Quake there. Seems to me like the chest game always gives me trash. You know, the plural of anecdotes is not data. Oh, there's Technolink getting blue mail, which means that once they find the boots, the red mail, they're sitting on the library. Sitting in the library there. Okay. And Illis doing everybody's favorite check, Spiral Cave without the boots. Gives them the mirror shield right away.
Oh boy. Technolink, I do want to note, still does not have the hammer, so if there's an item on the big chest of Thieves Town, that's in.
Yeah, it makes me wonder whether they are going to just check these front 4 chests in Thieves Town or keep going, clear all the way through it, and just hope. There's 10 arrows there. That is, I believe, 2 items in the front of Thieves Town already.
That is correct. But it looks like Technolink is going on forward. It looks like Edium is doing his South Shore checks right now, probably capping that off with Zora, so he'll have his Moon Pearl shortly. And Illis just collected his flip. And so did Seto.
Yeah, I imagine by the time Edium's about to head into Mini Moldorm Cave, all 3 of our other runners are going to have enough money to see what King Zora has for sale today. So hopefully, for their sake, they head up there, get that Moon Pearl, and knock those checks right out. Did Edium skip the dam? I think maybe.
It's a pretty common play, especially if he wants to go do Agina or later for Swamp Palace. It's unique, but sometimes it might save you a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, I gotta say. You know, it's 2 checks really early, especially when you have the mirror already, so you can use the mirror glitch to blank out those boxes. It's just so easy.
Well, it might be they actually have everything they need to complete Swamp Palace right now.
That is true.
Or rather,
say, I think
they would. Edium doesn't because the hammer is in that damn
the hammer
chest.
is in the dam. So that might be tricky. And the Moon Pearl, of course, that hopefully they will be able to get up at Zora before too long. I missed what was in that chest in the Skylight Room there in Thieves Town. Spleeby, swimming not really faster than walking, except I would think in that particular case over there by the Ice Rod Cave, just because it's a bit of a straight shot. Vincent saying we had a big 20 in that upstairs Thieves Town chest. So 1 item left in Thieves Town.
Yeah, the hint said that that some cash requires the boots. Not super useful. All right,
Illis is going to head up. Yeah. Illis is going to get his Moon Pearl and show us what King Zora has for sale today.
So lucky for Technolink, there is no item in the big chest, so they could go straight on through to blind. Last chest just had bombs.
Zora has a piece of heart, so Techno really lucked out there. We'll see if Techno ends up going back up to Zora or just skips it and saves himself some time. And a bunch of rupees.
That's
Not
a great
quite.
blind fight.
Pretty good blind fight. Not quite on script, but Technolink will take it for his first crystal. Looks like Illis is going to give us our first hype cave check. Get your hype in chat.
I'm gonna personally go low. I haven't seen a good hype cave in quite a while.
See, I think that hype cave is now so over. I think it's like it's so overrated that it's underrated now. A heart container, another heart container, 3 bombs, 20 rupees, and the arrow of destiny. So yeah, you're right. That's not very good. 2 heart containers, nothing to sneeze at.
It has a unique item, so.
Yep, there was a unique item in Hype Cave, the Arrow of Destiny.
Illis, it looks like he is actually making the swamp play going into the dam right now. I love that. This is great.
Yeah, I like that too. It you know, with the hook shot, that definitely speeds it up a little bit. I think ideally you'd want the boots too to get through there as quick as possible. But 6 items in Swamp Palace. It's a crystal. You got to do it. You're right here. Absolutely, get it done early.
Yeah, the seed itself seems to be saying, "Hey, you should do this." So I like it. It's gumption, especially the fighter sword. Ooh, not useful, but an interesting hint.
Yeah, at least you know it now. Technolink does a whole mess of digging just for a piece of heart. This Technolink appears to be giving us a Jeremiah check. Here, starting off the... no, he's going to wait. Do some other checks, maybe South Row first. We are going to get our first look at that check. Seto is in Skull Woods. Yeah, sorry, we're aware of the robot voice stuff. We're working on it, but bear with us here. The Book of Medora. Oh, okay. It's going to open up Desert Palace for us. Still looking for the boot, though, hopefully, to be able to clear that with no trouble.
Stumpy just has a piece of heart for us. But thankfully we had the blue boomerang, the best boomerang in Swamp Palace. I mean, we're practically in go mode now.
Illis is going straight to the back in the Argus fight, not even screwing around with the western side of Swamp Palace. We'll see if he ends up going back there after beating the boss.
I don't... Did he get a map or compass yet? I didn't... No, the first chest was... No, he hasn't gotten that either yet, so I think he's making the gamble that West Side Swamp isn't...
We'll see if it pays off here as Technolink brings the Smith back. We'll see what's there.
Meanwhile, we have Seto and Edium in Skull Woods. They're going for...
Just, we got some Dwarven counterfeiters here today. Gives us some money. as Seto is heading into the Mothula fight. So far, not much of note in Skullwood, or excuse me, in Swamp Palace for Illis. Seto breaking out that blue potion. Ooh,
Great work.
last firewad shot, firewad shot there, just for a piece of heart from Mothula.
Yeah,
Eddie, I'm trying to
Mothula-
do fighter sword spins there.
Yeah, with just the fighter sword on all the runners right now, these are going to be some annoying bosses to complete. But I think Illis decided that the menu boss was just a little too annoying.
I actually don't mind that menu strat.
The fairy giving out a blue potion is definitely helpful. Mothula is not a fun fight, even when you're super well equipped, and when you have just a fighter sword and only a few hearts and green mail.
Ooh, well done by Eddie. That was a tough Mothula fight, but not gonna knock out a crystal as well. Ooh, nice pass there. 3 fire rod shots with the spin. 4th fire rod shot. There's Argus down for Illis. Picking up a shovel there. Got another fetch quest.
Actually, is that our first fetch quest?
Oh yeah, I suppose that it is. I guess we've already done, we had Seto doing the, no, Technolink doing the Smiths. He's doing the purple chest right now. I think of those as fetch quests, although I suppose they aren't technically.
It looks like Illis decided not to go to west side of Swamp, so I believe there are items there. It's,
Yeah, that's a big gamble. I personally do not like skipping the west side of Swamp Palace. I need to, unless I already have a bunch of those items there, unless I've already gotten a bunch of items there, I would much rather go a little bit slower, knowing that I've full cleared Swamp Palace, than skip out and have something really important be back there. It's a gamble I personally don't like taking.
But this is a race, and sometimes those gambles do pay off. It looks like Illis is going to check Stumpy, then he's going to see what the dig spot has for... Technolink found the hammer, and he gave his little victory slash at that one.
Yep, and dropping chest right outside Swamp Palace, saying, hey, wait here. Hopefully none of these monsters will take the chest heading right into Swamp Palace.
And the dig spot was the red cane. That is spicy right there.
So the Swamp Palace play is paying off there with the Cane Samaria under the shovel dig spot. Ooh, tough bomb there by Technolink. I believe Illis has 3 spots left. Illis didn't check the big chest or the 2 west side chests.
That's correct. I did see he picked up the compass at the very least, so there's at least one item. There's at least 2 items in there. And the big chest of Skull Woods was a mushroom, so we got more fetch quests.
Ooh. There you go. Did Illis do the check below the big main room in Swamp? I don't remember if I saw it.
Which room?
The room to the south of the room with the big chest.
Yes, he did. That was where the blue boomerang was.
Ah, okay. It's like Adium is heading over towards the graveyard, going to give us a graveyard ledge check. I have been burned a bunch of times by waiting to do the graveyard ledge check until I also had the stuff to do Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb. Feels like that happens every run to me. I should just stop doing it. Just a heart container there today. Techno is doing left side swamp. Looks like we're going to see what is over there.
Yeah, Bo actually could be in Ganon's Tower since Eastern Palace and Pod are pendants. It's not likely, but it's possible.
Adium is turning in his mushroom. He's going to have to hope that he finds the powder before too long. And they're turning in that mushroom. We might see a hard reset here. Just a piece of heart.
So we have runners all over here, and it's almost impossible to tell who's ahead right now. We're gonna have to wait another good long.
Technolink is going to give us a look at those west side of Swamp Palace checks, and Adium is headed up to our Grumpy Fish check. There are the boots in west side of Swamp. Oh no! Very good for Technolink, not great for Illis. There's the big key as well.
Yeah, that is something you do not want to miss.
See what I'm talking about? I think you lose more races by skipping West Side Swamp than you win by skipping them. That's my call, at least.
Yeah, it's always hard to say. Sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. You really remember those ones where it does not pay off. Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know if boots are going to be required. We haven't seen the Desert Palace torch yet. We've got the hook shot, so you don't need him to get into his revive. But whether they're required for the seed or not, they help you go fast. So it really helps.
Well, right now we have everyone is checking things that the others have checked, so we get a nice little peaceful respite for new items, but we'll be getting to that very shortly, I'm sure.
Thanks for switching the audio over to the digging game. Low-key best music in the game. Missed Self, no, I believe that Edium has not done the South Shore checks yet. Does not have the hammer, which was in the dam. Seto showing us the hammer pegs now.
We saw it already. Just a piece of heart, I believe.
Oh, my bad. Technolink doing those menu strats on Argus. The menu fight for Argus might be slow compared to Fighter Sword strats, but dang if it doesn't make me feel cool to abuse the menu like that. I think it's a lot of fun.
Looks like Seto is taking the purple chest back to see what's inside of it. I don't think we've seen that from anyone else.
No, I don't remember seeing that either. That's right. Techno will probably get there first. Techno left his chest outside of Swamp Palace. Oh no, but the chest is gone! Oh no! Illis clears out Thieves Town, beats Blind to tie Seto there with 3 crystals apiece. We'll see how's that going. Seto is going to head over to, looks like maybe Hype Cave first?
Yeah, it looks like they're checking Hype Cave first. I think the book may have changed the routing because now they can get into Desert.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, there was no ice rod on Stumpy. We have not found that one as of yet.
That freaking chest.
Yes, had a little bit of trouble getting his chest friend back. At 43 minutes, Technolink is doing Mini Moldorm Cave. I think that might be among the latest I've...
Yeah, you certainly don't see that very often. Just a bloopy there after all that trouble for the chest.
But it's not all bad. Seto can now check to can't get the item, but can see what's on the Bombos tablet. And then there's a Gina and Desert Palace, and maybe there's something. Nothing in the Bombos tablet though, just couch cash. Cash.
I like to call this Angina's Cave because it gives me angina when I forget to check it. Not a big deal here today, just a piece of heart.
So we will probably be seeing the inside of Desert Palace any second now. Technolink is in that area too, and he has the boots, so he's really dashing.
Yep, and that's going to make things, just 50 rupees on the Desert Ledge, could make things really difficult for Seto, of course. If it's a boot lock, he's going to need to bop out.
Yeah, and he doesn't know where they are right now.
Right, and Phase 9 Alex, the boots were in the west side of Swamp Palace, which Illis skipped. The mail is in the library. I doubt we will see runners pick that up. They all have blue mail already pretty early on. These are all excellent runners. I don't think they're going to think that they need it.
Actually, Edium still has green mail. I can't remember
Oh, that's true.
where the blue mail was. Oh, we do have a Boots Lock Desert.
That is not what you want to see if you are Seto. He's going to get that hint, though. Oh, Glove is in the Lost Woods. Thank you, game.
So he's going to have to back out, but Technolink will be able to finish this dungeon. That will get him one of his red crystals. If he goes and does Tower Hera, the Pyramid Fairy does come into play.
Yeah, chat pointing out that Illist has got to be really hoping for a Boots hint. That would really bail him out. As the Speed Gaming bot is putting in chat, do make sure you give all 4 of our runners here a follow on Twitch. Technolink, Seto10987, Edium, and Illis are all excellent runners of this game, and you should definitely give them a follow on Twitch. They will put on a show for you.
And also, special thanks to our trackers today, literally Jen and Phantom Black Ice. They're doing a great job keeping everything.
As Edium and Seto are heading into Swamp Palace, we shall see if either of them head over into the left side for their boot. Technolink has made it into the back half of Desert Palace to head towards the Lenmolis fight now for their 3rd crystal. Yeah, Fighter Sword Landmo should be fun. Although Technolink does have the Fire Rod, I imagine that will come out before the Fighter Sword does on Landmo.
Yeah, if you get your shots right, then you can do it all in one magic bar.
Talon saying y'all are no fun. Well, we're definitely more fun than Fighter Sword Landmo, I gotta say. Yeah, we're aware of the robot issue, and frankly, the people on the back end, we're not sure what to do about it. So bear with us. Sorry about that.
Oh, Fighter Landmo fans, you're gonna... Oh, no, we're getting the hammer. Ooh, boy.
Oh, yikes. No, maybe not. It was worth a try once. Technolink's got to be careful, down to just a heart and a half. There it is. For a red rupee. Womp. But Technolink does get that 3rd crystal. That is just fine as far as rewards go.
So at this point, you gotta be wondering, where are all the swords?
Oh, it looks like neither Seto nor Edium went through Westside Swamp on the first pass. We shall see if they have to, if they head back in there.
Yeah, it's pretty common to just go straight to Argus in the hope that the left side of Swamp has nothing. But we'll see. They'll know that there's only one item.
Yeah, I'm looking at chat. I'm thinking that there's probably a sword over in Pendant Pod. There always seems to be something over there. I was playing a seed the other day where I think the mirror and the bow and the lamp and the fire rod were all in Pendant Pod. It was extremely frustrating. Just a piece of heart under the bunk rocks.
Yeah, and King's Tomb, I believe, was just 20 rupees, so nothing boots locked there, but Desert does require the boots to finish it. Looks like Idiom is skipping out on Swamp Palace and going to go dig up the dig spot. So far, that does kind of give Technolink an advantage here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Technolink is going to be more or less in the lead here. We'll see if Seto ends up going back into for the west side of Swamp Palace.
And Illis just discovered that Desert Palace is boots locked, so he's going to have to leave there.
Eddie popped over and got the cane there from the dig spot.
I like
Seto
Illis'
also skipping out on West Side Swamp.
Oh boy! So that for those keeping track, all of the runners except Technolink have skipped left side.
And of course, the boots were over on Left Side Swamp, and the boots are required this seed, as Desert Palace is a crystal and is boots locked.
It looks like Illis is going into Ice Palace now.
I like it. Ice Palace is a crystal. You've got the fire rod. Might be tricky here to get some to balance your magic use, but you've got the hook shot. Boy, do I not like doing East Palace without the boots, but for all else knows, they're in here.
Well, there are 3 hints, and one of them could give you the boots location.
That is absolutely true.
So thank goodness for that hook shot, otherwise they would have had to deal with this room with Fighter Sword. Those Pengators are very allergic to hook shots.
Yeah, it's ridiculous trying to kill those things without the hook shot, unless you have Tempered Sword and then a single spin will take them out, but very frustrating to do.
A unique item is in Ganon's Tower. Now, that's almost always true, so not a great hint. We also know that the Cane of Burna is in Ganon's Tower, so it might be the same hint.
Oh, that's super rude.
Oh, Seto finds the powder on the pyramid. That's good to see.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe we'll see a magic bat check before too long. I'm not very good at this, so I do appreciate finding the powder. Makes me much more likely to be able to get through Ganon's tower in one piece.
Yeah, with the amount of hearts they have in blue mail plus powder, they have some good safeties. Now, they do need to find another sword at least. Oh, ped check. Just a little piece of
heart,
love.
just a piece of heart there. Ped is dead. Rip Ped. Long live Ped. Now, Illis is the only one showing us anything that we haven't already seen yet, so we'll see what's in these Ice Palace chests. Not much so far. You know, I did notice that Illis didn't do the bomb jump. He finds a piece of heart. He does have the Cane of Samaria, but I would have expected him to do that first Ice Palace bomb jump.
It's debatable. It might be that if you're going to find all the items in Ice Palace, it's not efficient to do the bomb jump. So that that's probably why.
Yep. And that last Ice Palace hint, there was a unique item in the Lost Woods. So not much help from the hints at all there for Illis.
Yeah, because that unique item was either the Ether Medallion or the glove. So, thinking about what we need for go mode here, we need the bow, obviously. Well, actually, some people might be able to skip Ganon's tower, so if the bow's there, they might be able to just go. But we need the Quake Medallion for Turtle Rock.
Yep.
And the Ice Rod for Turtle Rock.
Yes. I believe that is it. Unless Meyer has something.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, they do need another sword, but there's a really good chance that there's another sword in Ganon's tower.
Yes, and of course, Seto and Illis and Adium are all going to have to go back into Westside Swamp in order to get their boots.
About to enter the Cold Stare fight for Illis. Fighter Sword, Cold Stare. That's going to be a tough one.
Illis does have a blue potion, so that is helpful. I'm gonna need to use it right off the bat too, as it does not quite have enough magic to open the ice there. Technolink is going to give us our magic bat check. Illich does a really good Cold Stare fight there.
Yeah, that really has to be said. Cold Stare is not an easy fight, and Illis made it look good.
Magic Bat curses Technolink with the Swagnet. He did use that fake powder glitch. Always fun.
I don't think that's a curse at all. I'm starting to think he might be lying to us.
Maybe he's not lying. Maybe he just misunderstands what the word curse means. Yeah, I'm starting to think that we might need a pendant pod dip. Maybe we gotta find the bow in order to get through Eastern Palace or Pod, but they are both pendants. That might be where I head over next. I believe Tilbo asks in chat if anybody has checked the Eastern Palace area. I believe we have seen Saha's closet checks, but now that I think about it, I'm not actually so sure.
I actually don't think we've seen anything from Eastern. We haven't checked Saha's closet. We haven't checked Eastern itself. We haven't in the pod. They're just ignoring that area, and it might be where everything. Him with a nice bomb jump there.
Illis is giving us a hookshot cave check, which I don't believe that we have seen yet. ₹50. The single green rupee. 300 rupees. And a piece of heart. Big bust there from Hookshot Cave. Illis is heading over and looks like he's going to be opening up Turtle Rock, maybe making a Spike Cave play.
The green rupees are actually not a unique item. There's 2 of them in the item pool. And that's just something that is good to remember when you see unique items there.
Ooh, nice little turnaround to block those fireballs from the Lionels there on by Illis. It was really good.
Illis is checking the ether tablet. That's a good smart move while you're over here.
Looks like a bottle there on the ether tablet. Probably won't see that again.
That's fairly safe to say. Meanwhile, we have Seto going in for his cold stare fight. Oh, okay, luckily he has a blue potion.
Catfish had nothing useful, I believe, as Illis gives us our Spike Cave check. We're really cutting it close there. Oh, just the big 20 for the trouble.
So yeah, I think at this point, Eastern Palace or Pod have to have something because they've checked pretty much everything else.
Yeah, I imagine that is where Illis is headed right now. It looks like it. Techno's going to check the ether tablet, then pop into Hera, and then might be doing a pyramid fairy check after that. We'll see.
Great cold stare fight from Seto. He's done with Ice Palace now. 4 of their 7 crystals. Illis has 5 of 7. Edium with 4 of 7. And Technolink with 4 of 7 as well. But while those crystal counts are all fairly even, Technolink does have an advantage because they have the boots and nobody else does.
And engagements, the boots are required. Desert Palace is a crystal and is boots locked this seed. Illis is mirroring over to Saha's hut. Looks like I think we are going to get our first look at what the Kakariko Village Elder has in his closet. What do we have here? A pizza heart, 50 rupees, and just some bombs. Nothing doing there. Yeah, it's like my closet. Not much you've used in there. That's right, Helior. Just Techno has the boots. All three of the other runners skipped out on left side swamp.
Yeah, it was a calculated gamble. There's only one item in left side of swamp, and it happened to be the boots.
Ooh, Trollstorm showing up there for Techno Link, knocking him off the platform. As Illis drops into Palace of Darkness, believe does not have a potion, so cannot do the potion glitch to get past the mimics and get into the bow-locked section of the dungeon. Half Magic, nice little find there in Pod.
And they're going to be able to still go on a little further in. Well, good to know that left side of Meyer had the fire-locked side of Meyer has nothing. Hopefully they don't have to go into Meyer at all.
Edium headed over to Pyramid Ledge. I believe we did see that.
Yeah, that's powder.
Oh, that's right, the powder, yes. Big 20 there for the second item in Pod.
I forgot to mention this, but Technolink did finish off their Moldorm fight, so they have their 5th crystal and both of the red ones, so they can check the Pyramid Fairy now. But first, Spike Cave. Or not. Or they wanted to and
they forgot they were in the Dark World. Maybe thought they were playing inverted there for a second. I don't know. Something happened. Seto is giving us the potion glitch. We'll see if that works, and we'll get a look at these potion locked, or these bow locked chests. Ten arrows in the dark room. Doesn't look like there was much else of importance in there. Front side of Pod, aside from the half magic, a bust as far as progression is concerned.
But there's still Eastern Palace. Yeah, Techno checked Terra Basement, but it was just a red rupee.
A
first
blue
item
the
of
first
Eastern.
item in Eastern Palace. Oh, yeah. Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
This is one of my favorite little things that just, like, you would never know if you didn't play Rando, which is that you can hookshot over to this chest on the right side of Eastern Palace. It's nice. And there is the flute. Interesting.
Oh no.
that might lead Illis astray. Might bring him into Misery Mire. It looks like Technolink is going to give us our Pyramid Fairy check.
Yeah, we do not know what medallion unlocks Mire, but if it's Ether, they might be going for a dive. One thing to note, though, they do know that the Firelock section of Mire will not have any item. Because they got the hint in Pod.
Yeah, that will at least help mitigate any time loss that happens from that Misery Mire dive by Illis. But it is a pendant, and we know that at least one progression item there is the boots in Left Side Swamp. But, you make that gamble, you're going to avoid going back there to Left Side Swamp for as long as you can. Let's see what the Fat Lady has for us today. Big 20. And the bow on Pyramid Fairy.
Oh man, that is great to see for Technolink and terrible to see for everyone else, because that means the bow is boots locked as well.
Yeah, at this point, I would say Technolink has a pretty sizable advantage on our other runners, at least until one of them finds something else. That is Quake on Misery Mire.
That's good. That's good for them because they do not have the Quake medallion yet.
Oh, well, there's the Quake medallion right next door. Whoops. Uh-oh.
They always leave the key under the door. Oh man.
Yeah, Troll Seed is trolly.
That is a good point. The flute is required because Quake is also needed for Turtle Rock.
That is true, yes.
So it's not a complete bust. It's just not great.
And yes, Techno is ahead largely because Techno was the only one to do the left side of Swamp where the boots were. The boots is locking Desert Palace. It's also locking the bow. Yeah, at this point, Technolink is looking for the Ice Rod and the Quake Medallion are really the only two items Technolink needs for Go Mode.
Technolink goes to a room that you almost never see in Randomizer, but he does get a full heart refill for 20 rupees. I think that Technolink has forgotten what world he's in as well.
Yeah, it certainly seems like that.
It's very easy to forget, especially given that this side and Dark and Light World over there look exactly the same. Yeah, there's a hint under the rock right there in Dark World.
Illis is indeed headed into Misery Mire.
It's a God Mire, so yay.
Yeah, great. Oh, after all that, just a joke hint by the shopping mall.
Zeto just gets his flute now, too. Will they also be going into Mire?
Yeah, looks like Techno is going into Ice Palace. That's a pretty good move at this point. Yeah, for Go Mode, for Techno, we are looking for the Ice Rod and the flute as well.
Yeah, we know the flute is in Eastern Palace. We do not know where the ice rod is, so that could be almost anywhere. It could be on Helmsor for all we know at this point.
And we do need the Quake Medallion, but we know that is in the Mire Shed. And we are going to need another sword upgrade at some point here. We have not seen one yet.
And we did get a
ped check. Yeah, we did get a ped check. It was just Couch Cash. No, nothing in Mire yet. Looks like Illis is going to clear it. Fighter Sword Vitreous without the bow. Boy, am I not looking forward to that if I am Illis.
Yeah, and he only has
Cassidy.
10 bombs. I don't know.
Cassidy, the bow was in Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, the bow is boots locked, so it's going to. They could overlook it, but yeah, I don't know. This seed has really been kind of punishing.
So far, the difference has been, we've said it before, the difference has been the tech link, the only one of our runners to check out left side swamp, which is where the boots were. Everybody else skipped out on it. It might be a while before any of them head back. I was happy to see Technolink buy the bomb and arrow upgrades because I'm bad enough at this that I do that too. And so it's nice that I saw somebody who's good at this do that.
If you're in the area, sometimes it's worth it, especially if you've already got Zora and everything checked. But Illist is doing tape strats with half magic to try to get Vitreous down. And that's probably the best shot.
Yeah, good luck. Ooh, nice there. Well, at least he does have a blue potion. Nice timing there. Freezing that lightning on the screen. That was pretty cool.
Almost there.
Oh, you know, I did not know. I guess you can damage Vitreous, that you can damage the big eye while it is up doing the lightning attack. At least they played the damage, the hit animation there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can do that. It's hard to do, but you can do it.
Pretty nice fight, all things considered, there for Illis.
Yeah, that was a
Just a piece
really
of heart.
excellent Vitreous fight. It's just one of those fights that's difficult to do with Fighter Sword. Unfortunately, it's just a piece of heart.
Yeah, so just a big waste there for Illis. That is too bad.
So, the Ice Rod could also be in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, now that Illis has that Quake Medallion, I would be pretty surprised if they don't head right up to Turtle Rock. And Hydra boots were the left side of Swamp. All the other runners, except for Tino, skipped out on it. Looks like Seto and Edium are going to be probably following Illis right into Mire as they find the medallion. They need to open it right next door. It is going to be a big waste of time for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nihilus is definitely making the Turtle Rock play right now.
And easily the best choice, best option for him, given what he knows, is to head up to Turtle Rock. You got 5 items in there. You even have the freaking mirror shield. And the cape and half magic, so no trouble with Laser Bridge.
And there's also a hint right at the open. Maybe that'll be the booth hint.
Yeah, I bet we'll see some rage slashes if that's the case. Yeah, and this is really the only play left for Illis. So he's taking the bait into Mire. Seems like Adium probably will too.
I mean, it's not a bad choice, given if you don't know where the boots are. It's not a bad place to look. Oh, that was just another troll hint. This seed has really just not provided any good hints.
Really skimpy on the hints. Big 20 for the first item in Turtle Rock.
Alright, Technolink is in for his Cold Stare fight right now. I saw the red boomerang in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Nice Cold Stare fight there for a Technolink who picks up his 6th crystal. He will be also heading up. Oh, well, no, he's still looking for the Quake Medallion. So Technolink's going to have to make a dive into Pod and Eastern at this point. Don't have to go into Pod, but he's going to need to make a dip into Eastern to get that flute.
And unfortunately for him, he can full clear both of those dungeons, so he might do.
Yeah, that might be a way that he gives some time back to his competitors, I hope for his sake, that he finds that flute and then just bails. But of course, he still is looking for the Ice Rod as well. I do believe that, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that there will be an item on Helma, and I believe on Armor Knights as well. I don't remember whether we found all the items in Eastern.
Tough thing about Ice Rod is that it doesn't lock anything. And so it can literally be anywhere. Always hate to see a race come down to that rough Ice Rod.
Yeah, it seems to happen more often than not, though, just because of the fact the Ice Rod could be almost anywhere, except for in this case, Ganon's Tower. We're getting Mimic Cave checked.
It shows it's a Mimic Cave, yeah. those 10 arrows there in Mimic Cave. And Albert, I agree with you. I also watched the Andy Christos final not too long ago and always want to check left swamp every single time. I am with you 100%. We, of course, still will also need a Master Sword, more likely, but at this point, we're probably looking at one or two of those sword upgrades being in Ganon's Tower at this point. Ooh, Seto takes a death there in Misery Mire.
Yeah, Vitreous is a very tough fight. He saves and quits. I do not blame him for that.
Yeah, absolutely the right cause. It looks like he is going to be heading up to Turtle Rock himself. I think the very first Rando Seed that I ever played had 3 of the 4 sword upgrades in Ganon's Tower. That was always fun.
Alright, we have Laser Bridge.
Map. Small key. A big 20. Yeah, that early mirror shield definitely paying off for Illiths here. Let's see what's in this last chest. And it's a Bloopy. Just a whole mess of nothing in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think that means that Ice Rod has to be in Pod or Eastern Palace. Those are the only locations we have left. So we have a bow-locked Ice Rod and a boots-locked bow, with the boots being in Swamp Palace. Yeah, Techno checked all the boots locations so far.
Oh, I think Illiths is headed back into left side swamp.
I think at this point it's the only thing he has left. Eddie, I'm going for the bomb strats on Vitri.
Oh no, Illiths not going into swamp.
Good Vitreous fight from Eddie. We also haven't seen the silver arrows, so we might be looking at a Master Sword Silverless Ganon, which would really just be the great way to just cap this whole thing off.
G Mario 37, the boots are in the left side of Swamp. Technolink, the only one of our runners to do that on their first pass through Swamp Palace.
So Technolink did leave the big key chest. I'm curious if he's going to make his way over there or go straight for Helma. Looks like Helmasaur. Yes, at this point, all the runners have checked out Desert Palace and have discovered it is boots locked. So everyone knows they need the boots, they just don't know where. It looks like Illis is doing the purple chest now. Hopefully that leads them over to the swamp area. Oh yes, yeah, and Illis did leave Eastern Palace as soon as they found the flute. There wasn't anything else in Eastern Palace. The other runners did check it, but there's still items left. The first two chests in Eastern Palace was a blue rupee and the flute, so there's only one more item in Eastern.
Looks like Illis is finally heading back into Swamp. Boy, is he going to be frustrated when he finds the boots there.
So here's our first helm fight. All right, good work there.
There is the ice rod on Helmasaur.
All right, we are now at 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 56 seconds in no mode. In that we know where all the items they need are, but no runner has gotten the complete.
Yep, Technolink is going to have to make this dip into Eastern Palace, we know, to get the flute.
Yeah, and then once they have the flute, they can get the Quake Medallion in the Myers shed, and then they're in go mode. Well, okay, we're in semi go mode. Even though we still need to find a sword, the odds of one being in Ganon's Tower are so high that most runners are probably just going to treat it like they're in go mode, finish off the dungeons, and then go check out the chests in Ganon's Tower. And again, there aren't that many checks left, period. Our runners have cleaned almost everything out.
Alakazam, we just found the ice rod. It was on Helmasaur King. Technolink is about to find his flute. I imagine he will find that Quake Medallion, which is in Myers' shed just afterwards, which would put him in go mode.
Yeah, the boots locked the bow, and the bow locked the ice rod.
Illis finally gets his Pegasus boots.
He is probably not happy about that.
I can't imagine that he would be. Yep, the rage slashes are real.
Looks like Technolink is unhappy to see the flute, and I can understand why, because it opens up quite a few more checks. But they're trying to decide. It looks like they're trying to decide to go further. And they're
Techno
bailing.
is going to nope out from Eastern Palace.
Now,
I think the right move for him.
That's quite a gamble from him, because he knows that there's one more item in Eastern. We know it's the right move, but it's really quite a gamble on his end.
Well, it's the sort of move that you got to make in order to win this sort of a match. Technolink had already hit the first one this match by being the only runner to clear left side swamp on their first path through.
That is a good point. The Green Pendant is in Eastern Palace as well, so I guess they did skip it on too. Alright, the duck is yada yada.
I think Technolink is grabbing the chest and is going the purple chest and is going to turn that in on his way down the desert, maybe. No, it looks like maybe he's checking. I don't know where he's going. No, it looks like he's checking bumper left, maybe.
Yep, Techno sees that Meyer is quake locked, so he's going to find a key under the door.
And at 1 hour, 38 minutes, and about 5 seconds, Technolink with that Quake Medallion is in go mode.
Yeah, all he needs is a sword, which probably isn't getting his tower. It looks like he's going to check Checkerboard Cave just because it's an easy check, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go straight up to Turtle Rock and clear that out. I don't remember, was there an item on Trinex? Because if there is, it could be.
We haven't seen anybody beat Trinex yet, so we don't know.
Yeah, but you could count the items.
I guess you could tell, yeah. No, I'm not sure from the map. There,
Okay, looks like Technolink is opening up Turtle Rock right now.
And just a few moments before that, Illis got his bow from the Pyramid Fairy. Edium also looks like he's heading back to Swamp Palace, and he will find his Pegasus boots there. Illis with some more rage slashes down there. But looks like he will be heading into the pod eastern area. When he beats Helmsor King, we know that's where the Ice Rod will be.
Yeah, and at that point, he'll also be in his semi-go mode.
Of course, we are still looking for a sword upgrade. We found the first fighter sword on the Uncle in the vanilla spot, and have not seen a single sword upgrade yet. At this point, we're thinking probably Ganon's Tower for at least one of them, if not several.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see those stats at the end. First sword, minute. Second sword, 2 hours.
As we see some hammer strats on Vitreous from Seto. That can be tough, for sure.
Yeah, this seed is, interestingly enough, it's a pretty linear seed, but if you miss those boots, oh boy.
Yeah, the seed opened up real quick, but one thing has generally led to another in this seed with the key, as Kat mentioned, those boots in left side swamp, which looks like Edium is about to get as well. Panther Dragoon, why choose? I love all. Illis is going to show us what's on Armos Knights. Technolink, the only other player who could have done that, he decided to mirror out of Eastern Palace after finding his flute. Just the map, though, on Armos Knights. We do get the green pendant, though, so we might see a Saha check from Illis.
Technolink is still checking everything he can to see if he can find that sword. Interesting. The silver arrows are on green pendant.
Ooh, okay. This is interesting now. I think that Technolink probably still has a sizable enough lead, but that is going to give Illis an opportunity to make up some time. Illis is going to have those silvers and Link won't.
Yeah, but it is interesting because we do know that Technolink will not have silvers for his Ganon fight.
Now, as previously mentioned, I'm not very good at this game execution-wise, but I can do silverless Ganon, so I expect most of our runners will be able to do it as well. Eddie on there with a nice clean Lenmolus fight. Oh, Xiaopan, that is just rude. Sword in or bitch, sword in battle room. That's not very nice. The Ice Rod was on Helmosaur King, which was, of course, locked by the Bow, which was in the Pyramid Fairy, which was locked by the Boots, which was in Left Side Swamp.
Alright, here's our Shrine fight. Unfortunately,
One more ice on Trinex, yeah.
yeah, and unfortunately, we still are stuck with the Fire Sword, so we're gonna have to hammer strat.
Yeah, this seed has been pretty demanding execution-wise.
We're getting a lot of ice on this fight too. Yeah, it's a good thing that Technolink has half magic, but I don't know if they have any potions, so they gotta. Pat was a pizza
Ed
part.
would just count cash on Pestle.
Alright, time for just one more neck.
There it is. That is the 7th crystal for Technolink. Really nice Trinex fight. All told, that is a tough fight. 5th piece of heart as the last item.
And that's our 7th crystal, so as you all know, and I see in chat already, there are 22 chests that could contain the Ganon's Tower Big Key. Tyler, which chest do you think is going to be for you?
I am nice, and so I always choose one. That is the one that I want to see. And thank you, Ananaha, for the subscription on Twitch Prime. Appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a sub game today too. Where is a sword? Just any sword.
Not sure what Technolink is doing. Did he ever check Spiral Cave?
Yeah, he never checked Spiral Cave, and at this point, since he just needs a sword, going for it. Instead, he finds lag.
Tilpo raising a good point. Like, maybe you want a late key, because that will get you more swords, probably.
I mean, we might be in a situation where even if they find the key early, they still check everything until they find one.
Shadow finally makes his way into the left side swamp and gets his Pegasus boots. Let us see what the Big Pig's Tower has in store for us today. Technolink headed to Hope Room right off the bat.
Skipping right side.
Oh, Illis headed to Ganon's Tower, forgetting that he did not finish Turtle Rock, which is too bad.
There's the sword.
There's the Master Sword on Bob's torch.
Okay, so at 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 25 seconds, we are in official go mode in Ganon's Tower.
Love to see that. Four through 7 here. 4 is a piece of heart. 5 is 10 arrows. 6 is the cane of Burna. 7 is the tempered sword. There we go.
Oh man, I'm laughing so hard right now. I feel bad.
Trolley seed is trolley.
Well, the upgrade to tempered sword is fantastic. That'll help out a lot on Ganon, especially given that it's going to be silverless. But oh man, I can't believe this seed.
It's extremely rude to our runners. Check number 8 coming up here in the double firebar room. 300 rupees, big deal. Chest number 9 here. A small key. We'll keep going on into Rando Room for checks 10 through 13. Hey, I will have no bad mouthing of our trackers in chat, even if it is in jest. Number 10, 3 bombs. Number 11, a big 20. Number 12 is Bombos. Number 13 is the Compass. Technolink head on into Ice Armos. Pluff Racer, who are you supposed to badmouth if not Jen? That sounds like a you problem to figure out, not a me problem. Red goo in a bottle for check number 14. Thank you, Bob. 15, 16, 17 coming up behind Ice Armos. Silvers were behind Green Pendant on Sahasraj.
Sassy Ralph.
Sassafras. No, it's true. Lord Pido pointing out that Illis really only a couple minutes behind. If Illis goes straight right, he could make up a good deal of time. The big B is going to be on the right-hand side of Ganon's Tower.
On the other hand, though, if he goes straight right and finds the key, he'll still need to find a sword.
That is true. And Technolink still does have the... Techno is going for Tile Room right away. It is just that kind of seed, folks.
Gotta admire that. Just reading the seed, seeing how much it hates you, and just going straight for Tile Room.
Yeah, Vincent pointing out that the Dark Magician strat's probably pretty optimal here. You would get both the Master and Tempered Swords on the left-hand side, mirror out, head over to the right-hand side, where you will eventually find the big key. Illich is going to the right-hand side. Technolink did not find that, did not find the key there from Tile Room. We have ourselves a bit of a race, folks. Of course, Illich right behind Technolink, but importantly, Illich still only has the Fighter Sword. Technolink found the other two swords there on the left-hand side. There's the big key in location number 20. As Technolink is headed up the tower. Illich has silver arrows, Technolink does not. But of course, as just mentioned, Technolink does have 2 sword levels on Illich. Illich is going to have to find another sword. But Illich is going to find that sword. Going to find that sword right away, the Master Sword. This is going to be a really, really close race. It's shaping up. Illich is probably going to head right up Ganon's tower. Now we're going to have Illich with the Master Sword and silver arrows. Technolink with the Tempered Sword, but no silver arrows. We have ourselves a race, folks.
Yeah, this is gonna be a close one. It'll come down to execution right now. There is no more random items to find.
Might come down to if Illich decides to know what he would at this point to check a couple of the chests going up here. And Technolink does get that last sword upgrade could be in one of these chests in the tower.
That's a good point.
Last sword upgrade maybe is at the validation chest. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and if Illich gets that 3rd sword upgrade right before Ganon, it's to be really close because he's got silvers.
We are right there. They are in the same room right now. As we head into the 2-hour mark on this standard seed, makes me shudder to think what my time might have been on this seed. Edium is picking up his 7th crystal. He will also be headed into Ganon's tower presently. Now, when Illich has taken the lead on execution, he's now 2 rooms ahead of Technolink. Yeah, Illich's made up a lot of time. Technolink checked the first 2 chests in Hope Room, and then went straight on to the left, full clear the left side. Found 2 swords, but the basically almost nearly last location, the big key. And Technolink did also gamble and did Tile Room early, which did not help. Illich using the lamp there to save a little bit of magic. Nice boomerang there to get the fairy by Technolink. Nice job.
Illis does have to be a little careful here. He's very low on health. But he
Yeah,
has
I wouldn't be surprised if he powders that Bunny Beam and Anti-Fairy there in the last room before we'll go through. Illis checks those 2 chests. There is that sword upgrade!
So yes,
Illis now squarely in the lead. It's not a big lead, but he is solidly there. He has silver arrows, and Technolink does not.
Yeah, all 3 sword upgrades were in Ganon's tower.
Illis makes short work of Troll Dorm 2. It's a valid run, folks. 3 bombs in the last chest.
Illis is just about to enter his geometry test. Let's see how he does on it.
Edium picks up his big key. He also went straight right side, but he's going to have to find another sword as well before headed up to fight. Headed up the tower. Agatu not playing nice for Illis so far. There's one. Ooh, nice finish there for Illis. As he is headed into the fight with the big pig himself, Ganon.
He's got
tempered sword and silver arrows. I can't imagine this is going to be too tough for Illis.
Technolink is right behind. He's entering the Aghanim 2 fight, and he did pick up the gold sword. Oh, that was a nice one. That might have been a triple. Illis pulled ahead by going right side Ganon's tower immediately. Technolink went full left, and the key was on the right.
Illis getting really good positioning there. Able to throw out those spins there as he's already into phase 3 of the Ganon fight. Technolink also now in the Ganon fight. He's going to need a fall or something from Illis, because Technolink, again, does not have the silver arrows. Illis does. Missed out on Torch Glitch. Shouldn't be a problem. It's a nice double there from Illis. And that's it. Illis, in just a moment, is going to take first place on our stream at the very least. Get your GGs in chat for Illis.
So Illis finishing with an SRL time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 42 seconds. He finished 8th overall. It looks like Goomba 90 finished first place with 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 21 seconds.
Technolink does get the torch glitch there. It's going to make this a little bit easier. Looks like we do have Illis on the line. GG, Illis.
GG.
You cannot have been happy to find yourself going back to the left side swamp, huh?
Definitely not. Swamp Palace was one of the very first dungeons I have done. And I figured that that travel that I found on Argus might have been my progression, and it was that like that. So I figured, yeah, sure, there's nothing back in Swamp Red.
No, a totally defensive, defensible play at the moment of it looked for a long time like it was not going to pay off for you, but you were able to make quite a bit of time in Gannon Tower. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm confident in my execution, at least in most of it, and in efficient routing, I absolutely fully cleared that seed. So I still kind of placed, at least not too terribly. But yeah, every decision that I made, or most of the decisions that I made, were absolutely punished. Not only did I miss a Sphere 1 boot in Eastern Palace, I also skipped those boots, and in the end I even went for pedestal. Ice Rock was not even on pedestal.
Yeah, we got GG's in chat for Technolink, who also just finished. And we also have Technolink on the line. GG Techno.
GG Techno.
It was so close, Illis.
Yeah, maybe it might have been, but not today.
Yeah.
It was tough watching. You had a pretty decent lead the whole way through. You were the only one, at least on the routine that we were watching, Techno. You were the only one of our 4 runners who went left side swamp on your first pass through, and so getting those boots early really helped you out. But unfortunately, just could not quite put it away.
Unfortunately, I can't really hear you properly, Tyler. I heard something about your first the blue shot, and that's about it. But yeah, it was a very interesting seat. And it was literally just followed the breadcrumbs. This gamble that I mean, you have Lamp, you have Fire Rod, you have pretty much everything to finish Tower of Hera. So, I was like, okay, it's a bit too good to be true, so I'll just gamble and I found the flippers and go shoot so on.
Yeah, sometimes when that seed opens up as open as it did right away, you're faced with a whole mess of options right away, and that can be kind of difficult. I would think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, at the very least, I think it was really good, but I couldn't find the silver arrows. I assume they were either on the or on the specialist.
They were actually on green pendant. Zaha had the silvers today.
Oh man, that's actually stunning from there in the campfire.
Yeah, this seed really had no mercy for anyone.
Yeah. Well, I was at the very least a bit happy to find the sword because it saves a few seconds, not all that much, and it's at least a few less hits on Ganon. I just happened to enjoy it, but the swords. But 3 swords in Ganon's Tower, really?
3 swords in Ganon's Tower. Never fun. I believe that happened, I was saying earlier, that happened in the very first scene I ever played. It was not fun, I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, I got the feeling with bots. It was like you got the bow, and it either had to be bot or Eastern Palace, and actually, if it succeeds, means that you need silvers, and you need a bow actually. And I'm a bit sad that I didn't find Flu that early, but on the other hand, I'm very happy that I routed the way I did. It felt like I didn't really have that much of, how do you say, redos. But yeah, I feel sorry for the people who don't do left wing swamp immediately, because not for the boosts. Yeah.
I'd skip it again. Any time of the day, I'd skip it again.
You skipped it on the first time once.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you're either a left side person or a not left side person, and I feel like either way it's gonna pay off for you sometimes and not for you other times. Personally, myself, I prefer to go ahead and finish it out. whenever I go through it. Get your GGs in chat for Edium, by the way, who just takes down Ganon. Will be finishing up his run in just a moment.
Yeah.
Yep, and Seto is making his way up the tower right now.
Right, but for me it was more of a thing of there was just one item left in Swamp Palace, so the chances were quite slim that there's progression, and that's why I skipped it. If it had been 2 items, I would have actually gone there, so it was tough luck.
Well, at the very least, the seat was very strange. Very strange. This was true. But I was really afraid I wouldn't find any swords when I found Quake. Or maybe find only the Master Sword or something like that. When you end up to Turtle Rock with just a hammer to literally hit that Trinex.
Yeah, that is a brutal fight, and I think for the most part everybody handled it reasonably well, considering how difficult that fight can be.
Yeah, I should have actually bought a blue potion so I could push through Ganon's Tower a bit faster. I'm pretty sure that I saved a lot of mana just to make sure that I don't run out.
Looks like we have Edium on the line. GG, Edium.
Hey, GG. That was a horrifying scene.
It was beautiful.
Oh, it's tough with those with needing to do left side swamp and to get the boots and then having to pop back out. The boots, of course, locking the bow and the ice rod needed to get to Ganon's tower. Really, really difficult scene. Of course, 3 sword upgrades in Ganon's tower. Very tough.
Oof. Yeah. Man. I don't know what to say. That was... If I'd gone in left side swamp, I would have done really well. But did anyone on stream actually do left side swamp the first time?
Techno did on his first pass through. Yeah.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah,
That's what I
Techno
always
was
do.
the only one who did check it. Everyone else skipped it, took the gamble.
I was hoping for a ped seed because I went into Mire and full cleared that. But
Yeah, if you didn't
No,
have the
it's
boots
just
already, you go into you find the flute, you head over into Mire, you find that Quake medallion right next door. The bait to go into Misery Mire there is real strong, real hard to.
yeah, how often does that happen? You find the medallion for Mire right next to it. It seems to happen all the time.
Seto still making his way up Ganon's tower. He's got the Master Sword. He does not have the silvers. We'll see if he checks one of those chests up there near the top, where he will find his Tempered Sword. That would make his Ganon fight a lot easier.
Yeah, I can imagine that he'll check the chest just to be on the safe side.
Where were the silvers?
The silvers were on the green pendant.
Oh,
Yeah, Illis did collect them. The only one on the restream that did.
yeah, I would have had them. It was like either go into pod or Eastern first. I chose pod, so no silvers.
Seto does pick up his Tempered Sword. Very happy / frustrated to see that, I'm sure.
Man, I think this is this gotta be one of the most disgusting seeds I've ever seen in a daily.
These seats are the best ATM, you should cherish them.
You can see from the finishing times, it's like
Yeah,
Everyone that finished below 2 hours went into left side swamp. I don't know
Yeah.
how Goomba got 141. It must have just absolutely regretted.
Sometimes it's just like that. It's one of those days, you know. But at the very least, we did find 3. That's ATM. How many swords did you find in GT2? I assume.
Yeah, I actually was tempered.
Seto throwing down a couple rage bombs there on that last tech, throwing the torch children's platform. Very good.
Well, at the very least, thanks for commentating, guys. I'm going to be heading off. And
All right, thanks very much. It was certainly my pleasure to play. Thanks for playing, and really enjoyed watching this seed, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that for our entertainment, really.
Right. Have a good evening, guys. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah.
And chat, give these guys a follow. Technolink, Seto 1087, Illis24, Adium2 on Twitch. They just slug through one heck of a seed for you. So make sure you give them a follow on Twitch.
And also give our trackers a follow. Literally Jen and Black Phantom Ice and Tyler Salt over here. He's been actually, this is his first commentary, and I think he did a great job. Again, sorry for the audio issues, everyone. That was unavoidable. We did try to fix that, but hopefully the seed itself more than made up for that.
Thanks very much, Captain. Give Captain Capitalism a follow on Twitch as well. As Seto heads into his Ganon fight, how his Silverless fight goes here, we'll see. We shall see. Well, thanks very much, Panzer Dragoon. Appreciate that. Yeah, Ultra. All times over 2 hours. This seed was extremely rough. The boots were at left side swamp, which all but one of our runners skipped on their first way through. The boots were locking. The boots were required. They locked the bow behind Pyramid Fairy, and the bow was locking the ice rod as well. Of course, Goomba is happy with it in chat. He finished first overall, I do believe. Seto heads into the final phase of his Silverless Ganon fight. Gets the torch glitch, that's always nice.
Yeah, he's got 12, well, now 11 slashes to go to finish off Ganon.
There's another one. Missed the timing a little bit there. Ooh, he's got to be careful. Only down on 5 hearts. I'm not sure how much safety he had left. Now it looks like he's got the timing down now. That can be tricky. Ooh, down to 3 hearts.
Ooh, really down to the wire. I do not know if they have a potion, though.
Yeah, probably not. If they had one, they'd use one right by now, I bet. This has not been able to get into a rhythm here. Ooh, tough break there for Seto, taking the death.
Yeah, that's a tough death right there.
Yeah, same Seto. He's gonna head over. He's gonna buy some potions. Take down Pig.
All right, that should hopefully be enough to get Ganon finished off here.
I guess he just wanted to see Kakariko Village one more time. Boy, do I like...
Nice.
I like a rage bomb. That's always good. Get the torch glitch. Alright, Seto, let's do this. You got it. Three for free. That's pretty good. I think sometimes when you know you have the safety, right, when you know you have the backups, you play better. When you don't, you're playing tight. You know, you're just a little off. You're scared that you're gonna miss something. You know, so. Oh no. In chat, Relkin pointing out the hint in Aga Tower, the boots requires the hammer. That's extremely rude. Get your GGs in chat for Seto, taking down Ganon there. And finishing up this
GG to him.
ridiculous seed.
And he finishes with a SRL time of 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 12 seconds. So yeah, that seed, it really, wow, I don't know what else there is to say about it.
Just an extremely, extremely rude seed. One difficult decision there in left side swamp really put the tenor for the rest of the seed in place. The boots there, of course, that need to lead to the bow, to the ice rod. All of that was the case. One decision can really affect the way the whole rest of the run goes. Yeah, Rager Avoid, you definitely should watch the VOD for this seed. It was definitely a difficult one. A whole lot of moving around on this seed. Very difficult. A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing if we can get Seto in here for an interview.
Yeah, the boots were on left side spot, which is locked.
Okay, very quick one. So we'll see if we can get him in here real fast. And yes, I do echo that. He said that seed ran long. I understand that one. You have Seto.
Steto. Yeah, thanks for joining us, GG Steto.
What was that?
Right? That hated you.
Obviously. I have a normal rule. Don't skip left swamp. That's where it began.
Well, what happened? What made you skip it then? If you normally you don't.
I had 5 crystals. Well, almost 5 crystals. I was going to be doing Ice Palace right after that, but it was sub 1 hour still. There were so many items missing that one item in Ice Palace, I thought, or not Ice and Swamp, can't be it. It would be Boots of all things.
Of all things, which then locks the bow, which locks the ice rod. It's just one difficult decision. I can't kill you on the decision. It was a totally defensible decision at the time, with only one item still being over there on left side swamp. And
right.
Again, sub 1 hour, you got 5 crystals already. I totally get it.
Yeah, and then on top of that, having 3 swords in Ganon's tower.
Was the third one in there too? Were silvers? I didn't even look.
Yeah, the silvers were actually on the green pendant. But there were 3 swords. One was on Bob's chest, one was up there on the tower itself, and then the third one was in the Stalfos room.
I almost went there, but then I found it tempered anyway, so it's okay. I don't know what was wrong with me on that first Ganon fight. I don't usually struggle with them.
Yeah, the way I was looking at it, you just the seed's been going on for a long time. That silverless Ganon fight is all about timing. So if you can't find the rhythm, you're really gonna have a tough time there. And even someone who is as experienced with the fight as you are, I'm sure, can get into trouble there, I imagine.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's got to be exhausting getting to the end there.
Well, fortunately, I was able to shake it off, go back in, finish it up. I was not quitting, not after this. Too deep.
No, absolutely. No, good job. Absolutely finishing there. If it were me, I probably would have been frustrated and stopped playing at that point.
Yeah, I would have been forfeiting this one a long time ago. So I gotta give you kudos for sticking that one.
Well, I was the last runner to finish, but I'm still calling that victory. So.
Absolutely, that was a hell of a seed for you to get through. Finishing there, no shame in that. Listen, that was a long seed. We know you don't have a whole lot of time. So thanks for joining us real quick, and GGU setup.
Yep, thank you guys for putting on a show for us. So.
No, thank you for that.
So that is going to wrap it up for today. Thank you again to Tyler Salt for co-commentating with me. Thank you to our trackers. Thank you especially to the runners. And thank you to you, the listeners, for sticking with us for this seed. Again, we apologize for the audio issues, but hopefully you enjoyed that nonetheless.
I know I did, and thanks to you, Captain Capitalism, for flying with me on this first commentary. I had a lot of fun. I hope we get to do it again sometime.
Yeah, on Speed Gaming channels right now, we have the Azure Dreams run on Speed Gaming 2 that is just started, so you can go and catch that. Wind Waker Randomizer is on Speed Gaming 3. Later on today on Speed Gaming, well, the original Speed Gaming, we'll have Donkey Kong Country 3 and a Zelda 1 Randomizer. And Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer, the Daily Race later tonight, and Kirby's Dream Land. So there's plenty more games out there for you. And whatever you want. you can find it there.
Thanks to everyone behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, and we're gonna sign off here. So thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Have a good afternoon.